Tennessee has fired their head women's basketball coach, Kellie Harper, after 5 years. She was 108 and 52 overall and 53 and 24 in the SEC. Granted, the first year, no postseason because of COVID-19. Her first official year she could go to the NCAA tournament was around the 32 exit. This past year was around 32 exit, but in between those two, Sweet 16s. And she finished no better than third in the SEC. I mean, the first year was tied for third, and pretty much up to this year, third in the SEC, and this year was tied for fourth. And this is going to be the third head coach since the late Pat Summitt retired. I mean, because Holly Warlick took over for Pat Summitt, as we all know, from 2012 to 2018-19 season. Then she got fired. Then they hired Kellie Harper. I would have thought maybe another year, but I did supposedly see some fans that were not happy with Kellie Harper. So, and I definitely know one thing: Tennessee for the 2024 class had Kenia Boyd, but she enrolled early. So yeah, not really anything else there, and maybe they could have had a chance with Amari Berry, because Amari Berry committed to Clemson, but her head coach is gone. Clemson head coach is gone. I think that might be off the table now too, in all this. But here's the deal: South Carolina ain't going nowhere. They're the new UConn. I mean, I'm just telling the truth in all this. And they're going to be a tough out. LSU is up there now. Clearly, it's up there. And yes, we have to wait and see on Angel Reese if she really wants to come back or not. And same thing goes for Haley Van Lith. But you get the point. I mean, and I know Texas and Oklahoma are joining the SEC next year, and they are potentially bringing back a lot of talent. I mean, so that's not going to be any easier for the conference. I mean, that's the thing. And we all know Ole Miss this past year finished at 12-4 in the SEC. But how many players will return for Ole Miss? We all know those fifth-year seniors are done, no matter what. It's just more like those fourth-year seniors. We don't really know in general for any of these schools now. But I'm just telling the truth about that. Now, I know Tennessee and Alabama were tied, but 10-6. So yeah, and they actually started as high like number 11 in the country, but then they slipped down to 15, then to 19, then 20. And then became unranked for the rest of the year, practically. Ever since the week of December 6th. And they even lost to Middle Tennessee State this year. And Middle Tennessee State's a good team. Don't get me wrong. But you can't lose to them. I mean, I'm just telling the truth. And I know for a fact that Jewel Spear did announce that she was coming back for a COVID year next year. Now, at Tennessee, now that might not be the case, because she could technically use her COVID year and go somewhere else. As we all know, when head coaches are fired or they move on to a different school, players could enter the transfer portal. And we all know they're going to lose Rickea Jackson no matter what. Their leading scorer, so that's not the best of sign in terms of them going into next year potentially. And Jasmine Powell is like a fifth year. And I'm just going to run down the seniors that I definitely know Destiny Wells is a fourth year player. Now she could change her mind. Yeah, Jasmine Powell was a fifth year. Tamiri Key for Tennessee. I don't know if she's classified as a fifth year or not. I know she's a senior. It's just, but that 2022-2023 year, she played in 9 games and started all 9 games. So I don't know if that was a redshirt year or not. I mean, I really don't know. But let's just say she gets a chance to come back and play, whether it's Tennessee or somewhere else. Or if you want to include her, yeah, she's done. Okay, Darby, my bad, not Barbie, but Darby is a fourth year senior. And like I said, Destiny Wells is a fourth year senior, and Jewel Spear as well. So, and it's not even mentioning all the rest of the roster could leave. It's a matter of will they leave and all this. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting who they hire next. I don't want to throw a name just to throw a name, but I have a good reason for this name that I'm going to bring up. Maybe Carol Lawson could be the next head coach. Remember, she played at Tennessee under Pat Summitt. I mean, that's the thing in all this. And you know the ACC is unstable because they're going to probably lose Clemson and Florida State. It's not including others as well. Then they could jump ship to somewhere else. Like whether it's SEC or the Big Ten or even the Big 12 even. And so and the money is better than the SEC too, than the ACC. I'm just telling the truth. I mean, that's just naming one name out there, but we'll have to wait and see who they really are going to hire. But don't be shocked that Carol Lawson's on that list. I mean, don't be shocked. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting what they're going to do next year now with the new head coach and with Texas and Oklahoma joining the conference. And we all know it's not going to be easy. I mean, look, like I said, South Carolina, they're not going anywhere. LSU is up there. But with the way now, I mean, Texas and Oklahoma are probably going to be up there in the SEC potentially next year. Ole Miss, we'll have to wait and see on them. So yeah, they just haven't been further than in the Elite Eight. Technically, since Pat Summitt left. And I mean, I'm just telling the truth. Because when you look at the year by year, since they won the national championship, ever since the 2007-2008 national championship when they went back to back, they have never gone past the Elite Eight. I mean, Sweet 16, first round, Elite Eight, second round. And this is definitely one of the biggest job openings in the country now. I would dare to say this is the biggest up to this point. So, anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. See you guys later on the road. 600 subscribers scores ultimate goal. It's 1,000 more. Somebody might out this course liking the video. Comment video really helps YouTube algorithms so more people can see it. Sharing the video does help as well so more people can watch. And if you're watching and not subscribed, hit subscribe buttons. Read the notification bell as well. I am a little shocked that they decided to pull the plug on Kellie Harper. I would have thought one more year, give her the chance with Texas and Oklahoma in the conference, but Tennessee obviously said, nah, hold my beer. We need to move on. Sorry, Kellie Harper, we're done. We need to find a new face for the head coaching position at Tennessee in women's basketball. And we all know they have tradition with the late Pat Summitt. and then she built that program from the ground up. Literally. I mean, she built that program. And then she retired because of health reasons. And Hollywood took over. And then Kellie Harper. Now this is the third head coach since Pat Summitt left. So, let's wait and see what happens on this hire coming up. And what happens to the roster. As well as who will the staff consist of. I'm just telling the truth.